Hi everyone! For today's video recipe, I will be making meatloaf. This is a meatloaf my mom used to make, and this is the meatloaf that I make. So I'm calling this video Mom's Meatloaf. And I have a large bowl here, and the larger the better because then it's easier to mix. And I'm going to start with 2 pounds of lean ground beef. Next up is 1 large egg, and I just give it a crack on the side of the bowl and put it on top of my hamburger. Next up is Worcester sauce, and if I had to measure this, I would say it would be about 2.5 tablespoons. I don't really measure it, but it looks like 2.5 tablespoons. And the secret ingredient is yellow mustard. That's right, just plain old yellow mustard. And you have to swirl it on top just like that, or the meatloaf won't taste the same. That is about 1 tablespoon of yellow mustard. 1 small onion all diced up, and that's, a small onion, not a large, not a medium, but a small onion, and I diced it up and added that. For the seasoning, I like seasoning salt, and I just sprinkle a little bit on because we're not big salt eaters. So, and you have to remember that the Worcester sauce also is very salty, so you don't need much. And to bind that all together, I'm using Quaker Oats Quick Oats. That's just oatmeal. And I couldn't find my 1 cup measuring cup, so I had to use a 1/4 cup. So it's going to be 1 cup of oatmeal. And now it's time to mix it up. And normally I would probably just wash my hands, take off my rings, and just use my bare hands to mix it up. But for video purposes, I thought it would look great to use this oversized blue glove. Isn't it a fashion statement? So just mix that up really well until it's all incorporated. And now I'm going to put the meat mixture in a loaf pan, and I'm just going to scoop that in there with my hand, and then I'm going to pat it down a little bit to make a nice looking loaf. I'm not going to go crazy, but I want it to look relatively nice. So I'm just going to pat it down into the loaf pan. And normally I would cover this with tin foil, but I just discovered that I'm out of tin foil when I went to go get the tin foil. I don't have any. So I'm pretending to put tin foil on the top. And then I would bake this at 350 for 1 hour and 45 minutes. And then for the last half hour, I would take the tin foil off so the top gets nice and brown. And then you have meatloaf. And this is a real easy and cheap meal to make. And this meatloaf is really yummy too. And for those of you who like to freeze meals ahead of time, this is a great recipe to freeze. I always freeze it in the raw form, not the cooked form. And then when I'm ready, to make meatloaf, I just take out the hamburger mix, I defrost it, and it's ready to go to put in the oven. So if you would like to subscribe, please be sure to click my little icon. It'll be my little head up at the upper right hand corner, and then you'll be subscribed. So thanks for watching. Bye.